Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm excited, as always, to get into the readings. But before we do that, I do want to send love out to the world. If you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live right now or even on replay, we can join together outside of space and time to bring that love energy, unconditional love energy, into our heart and spread it to the world and multiply it together. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, letting everything else go out in the world. Allow the love to just fall like a waterfall into our hearts, filling us up and overflowing out to the world, circling the globe in a giant ball of unconditional love energy, touching every heart, igniting higher and higher and higher love vibration, that our collective might move higher, higher, and higher in love. Allow the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love to be known and witnessed and seen, cutting away fears, beliefs that no longer serve us all. Beautiful. If you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one, a relationship, or a situation, we give this love to you right now, too. Just take it in like a giant tree takes in the sunlight from the sun. Let it absorb into your being. Let it do what it needs to do and wants to do for you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that, too. Very, very appreciate that. And before we get into the readings, I always like to make sure everyone knows about the giveaways because you know how I love my giveaways. Every Monday, I do have a giveaway. Here is the link. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the following Monday, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. So I'll be giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings tomorrow. So check out that video if you're interested in getting into the drawing there. Also, every month I put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. Here's the playlist for that. Just it's Joyous June, and it was great. They took about on average about 40 minutes per video. They really went into depth of talking about anything that you're like fiery red hot about, which is higher love vibration in your life to celebrate it, and then also any areas that maybe we don't realize or is unknown, or that we could, that we know, but we can raise love vibration. So I really liked this one. I like them all, of course, but this was interesting and different in a different format, and I really liked it. So be sure to check that out. And every week, I also put out at least one pick a card reading, and this week's was Who's Thinking About You Right Now and What Are They Thinking? Really liked this one too. Just some very interesting, and they changed up things a little bit, which is always nice, right? We don't want to get bored. So we definitely like that. And I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about right now, I believe. Yeah. So let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or these free readings, welcome, first of all. And I love that we have such a great little soul family here of people with huge, huge hearts and also huge senses of humor to match because I love to laugh, and I love the sassiness and humor of the other side that they love to come through too. So, welcome to that and welcome to the Soul Family. How the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the list. And there's no special list. The chat is the list. And if you don't want to put your business out there, like your, specific question, you can just ask for general guidance or a general reading. And spirit knows what you're needing and wanting, and that's good. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor those energy exchanges and I prioritize those. I step out of the free readings and I go, deeper into those as well, pulling more cards. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and I move down the list. Usually I'm on hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes I go 3 hours. It all depends on my energy level and spirit, whether they're going balance, balance. So I do try to get through as many free readings as I can. What else? What else? Oh, to make a donation, you can use the super chat down below, which I see a couple of people have already. Thank you. And also in the pinned comment at the top and in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my Square, and my PayPal. And I did get a PayPal donation. Woohoo! So love 1234, it came through. We're in the zone today. So however you want to donate is perfect, whatever's convenient for you. And no, there's no set dollar amount because I know everyone's finances vary. I know from day to day, person to person, country to country. And I've added planet to planet just to not offend any aliens that may be there too. There just has to be, a currency that the US banks accept. All right. So that is what we have coming in right now. I am going to continue to use the round um, tarot here. Uh-oh. Yeah, and we will not read those out loud. You're so funny. um So using those and then also the Tarot of Dreams, and I have a variety of Oracle that we'll use today as well. So let's get started. I do have a few donations, so we'll start with those. Oh, let me make sure I have it set to live chat up here. Just there we go. That way it'll keep everything in there. All right. So we will start. I did get love 1234. I got your PayPal first, and then Johanna, and then Patty. So thank you guys for your patience. I will be with you in a moment here. All right. So I'm almost afraid to read your questions now, but let's take a look here. All right. And thank you for your donation. Oh, all right, let's take a look here. And is it gonna end up on YouTube? So let's take a look here. Let me just reshuffle these real quick. You're too funny. Yeah, that it's working because other people had it happen too. Let's like hours later. It's funny when it came in here. Well, they want to give you one card here. Uh-oh. The Queen of Wands, they saw you and you're gonna be communicated to. Now, this is balance of heart and mind. It's funny because it's like, nope, everyone was looking this way. The other way, they were not looking. So, uh, nothing seen, nothing recorded. You're good to go. Oh, thank you to what a great way to start off cracking up. Uh, so thank you, Renee. All right. Excuse me. So let's take a look here at your let's see, you have 4 questions. Okay. Mm, so number 2. All right. So let's take a look here and see here. What were their thoughts on your communication? Okay. Wow, this is gonna be a fun day. I can tell already. So here's the new communication and thought and belief and mindset, and so this is good. This is all saying here's the communication. I feel like you're going to be getting some communications back as well. um, this is the one I cracked up about because Knight of Wands, passion, fastest moving passion. So what were these? But definitely it ignited passion and excitement within them, right? And the Wheel of Fortune too. So they, wonderful feelings. They definitely felt it was for them. Very positive, very good things there. So, uh, you know, um, whatever it was, it did. It was very positive. And again, with that Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to be getting a communication back as well. No, no, it looked like it, actually, um, energized them, and the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, is, a very positive, outcome, one of the most positive outcomes, like Wheel of Fortune, the sun, different things, so I like it. It looked very good there, so no concerns there. And then at number 3, alright, let's take a look here. Um, you know with these cards, we've got the strength card here, which I feel is like a helping hand here because the 10 of wands, it feels very like they feel very burdened. And they feel like, here's the 9 and the 10 of wands. They feel like they're hitting their head against a wall and there's, this like they're overburdened and they just have too much on their plate here. And I like this justice card coming in here, which is balancing here, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away fears. There's this balancing that comes in with this, um, you know, card number 11. Um, so I feel like you can assist them, not so much like I don't feel like they want to share, if that makes sense. Yeah, because you got 9, 10, 11. Wow, you have 8, 9, 10, 11 that came out here. So it's like step by step, and I feel like they don't wanna share the whole, like, co-produce, not in their wheelhouse. I don't know why I'm using the word wheelhouse. I used that yesterday, and now it's come back. But I don't feel like it's in their wheelhouse. But you can offer assistance and help them, with steps along the way, but not with recognition. Like in things. They'll personally recognize you, but like, it wouldn't be mentioned in, the, scrolling of things or anything like that, right? But you can definitely help them out. They definitely need it. And so if you have the time and the energy, I feel like it's a positive thing for you with that. All right. And then your final question, number 4. Let's take a look here about the bro. Let's see what's going on with the bro here. All right. Well, I knew when I mentioned the sun was going to come out here. We got the Empress, new beginnings, new start, birth. So that would be a positive. And then, when I mentioned, oh, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is a great card in the sun, I had a feeling the sun was going to come out. And here comes the sun. So positive outcomes there. And the 8 of Cups, I feel like they're leaving behind emotions and relationships that don't serve them, and they're headed off into wish fulfillment. So this also shows them just, letting go of some negativity. If you're talking with them, just let them know, focus on the positives, let go of the old, ways of feeling. Chin up, young person, chin up. Even though are they your younger brother? I think, but I just feel like that's a positive on that too. Just maybe they need a little encouragement not to focus their energy on their fears. Yeah, they're uh, you know yeah. It's like that's what they said. Chin up, young person, chin up. It's all gonna be okay, and just focus your energy on the positive. because whatever you focus on grows, bro. So that's what I feel's coming through for you. So good stuff. I like it all, especially the first one. Well, you did ask if you were going to be popular one day. Was that you? You're like, I had no idea this was what was going to go viral. All right. But that's what they have for you. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. And thank you so much for your donation and the laughs. Uh, appreciate you. All right. So, Johanna, thank you for your donation. Hello, hello. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. And you're wondering if or what M has been thinking about you at all. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Mm, well, all right, all right, all right. Let's take a look here. That's quite a bit of cards. They must be thinking about something or oh, okay. Let's take a look and see what we've got. What we have happening here in I don't know why I want to call them the little one's life. um, you know, it I don't see a whole lot here of thinking of others right now. The 9 of Pentacles here. Um, you know, 9 is the hermit's journey. Here they are in this garden all by themselves. Spirit is around them, their posse, but I feel like they're just going through a lot of quick change here with this Knight of Wands. I just feel like a lot of things are happening and a lot of things moving around them where I just feel like they're a bit distracted with themselves, which you're like, well, that's nothing new, right? But, they're focused in here on their own feelings of abandonment and left behind and lack, and so there's all this stuff that's, flowing around and, distracting them. It's like they're focused in on kind of a woe is me kind of, just approach. I just feel like they're kinda just looking at it's a reflection from childhood, is where it's coming from, but I feel like they haven't gotten that far back yet. They're just looking at, like, how I've been let down, how I've been left behind, how I don't have everything I need in my life, the big l riding the lip to town, "Boo, boo, doo, boo," and I feel like that's where they're at in this little, inner thing here. But I like that they're on this journey of trying to be true to themselves, and they're looking here at joy celebration. This is what eventually comes about for them, but they are really super focused on being true to themselves. And this is what's being worked out because when they realize and they let go of how they're defining themselves by the outside world, they actually go from the 5 to the 3 here, and so they feel like they can stand by themselves, and that's where this joy and this balanced energy comes in. And I like that, and they are again diving deep into their emotions here with the Queen of Cups. She rolls over cups and emotions and co-rules with the king, but all the queens get a second portion of water and emotion, and so she gets double. She's the master of emotion, so I don't know. It feels like, Pisces water sign type of energy where they're diving deep into their emotions. And then we have the Aquarian energy, which is wish fulfillment and wishing upon a star, which I feel like that's what's going on here. They're doing this deep diving to have this hope kind of spawn from their search here. They're doing their deep diving into themselves to have joy and hope. It's like all this brightness is behind the scenes, and as they're working through this little thing, they have this again brightness that comes about, and then this energy that picks up too. So I feel like right now they just wanted to let you know that wow, they're doing a lot of inner and they kind of feel if they feel like they've shut down, they have, because they're when anyone does like that much depth in their it's like their inner child is kind of taken over for a little bit to process some stuff. that they do tend to pull back to feel safe and to feel in control so that they can process and go through things. So I feel like right now M is just kind of in that. Mhm. Yeah, he's shut down everything. So he's just focusing on him, or them, and they're not, really looking at um, how they particularly feel about anything else in the outside world. They're just the only thing they'd be looking at around you right now is how do I feel about me in relationship to you? It's not like how do I feel about you? How do I feel about myself in relationship to you? Relationship to this, relationship to that. It's not. They're not focused outward. It's all inward right now, which I feel is kind of normal anyway. But I feel like they're super, super. It's not like this ego focused on me. It's this a really serious looking emotionally inside. So that's what's going on right now. Um, I'm not sure how long. I don't feel okay. Maybe they are telling me. Yeah. Well, we've got the full card, which is ending of old cycles, beginnings, new adventure. So I feel like they're kind of telling you um, to start your own adventure, free of expectations. Don't expect anything from them. To start your own adventure and kind of move forward. It's like it's the first card of the major arcana of a new journey and ending of an old cycle. And I feel like, it's spirit is nudging you to go, you know what, that's kind of done. You've learned what you needed to learn from it. It's time for a new adventure that's more free and not so restrictive and dependent. Not really that you were dependent on them, but not, influence is a better word, influenced by them. It's like it's time for you to go on your journey and your adventure, and it's like you need to board a ship and head off onto an adventure and leave the little town behind, is what energy's coming through. Interesting. But that is what they have for you, Johan. So, excuse me, thank you so much for your donation, and hang in there. All right. So, Patty, hello, hello, hello. So, are you on the right path? Right life path? We will definitely check here and see what Spirit has for you. And we're going to kind of adjust the question a little bit, just to get the clarity I feel you're looking for, because we're always on the right life path, right? Because this experience, there's no wrong life path. We just have a minimum experience we can come here and that we're always going to get. And if we do inner work and we apply our energy and our power of choice, we can have the highest experience in life, and then everything in between. And there's no right or wrong. There's just different levels of experience, right? And so I feel like you're asking, am I on the path for the highest experience? And if not, what can I adjust to have my highest experience, right? So I feel like that's what your soul is really wanting to share, and so that's what we're gonna do. I know. I just obey. I don't make the decisions. All right, so let's take a look here. You got 3, 3, and 1. All right. So there is going to be some alterations along the way, which this happens for us all. That's why the Tower card exists, right? It's a beautiful card that says whatever is moved out of our path is moved out of the path for us, to allow space for the what is for our highest to come in and to clear the path. So there is things that will happen, that are designed because there are certain things within your experience that you definitely were fated that you put in going, okay, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this to happen. And there's ranges around when they'll happen. There's very few fated events that have to happen at an exact second in time in our life. It's more ranges, the earliest and the latest type of thing. And this is saying that, this trust that there will be these events, and when anything happens, everything always happens for us, never to us. So when something comes around, we can ask ourselves, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? So I like that coming in here, which brings in this power of this energy. And this is basically what they're saying here. When we have our lowest, I'm going to say our lowest, our minimum experience and our highest experience, what changes that is our energy. When we talked about the power of choice, the Ace of Wands tells us whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. So if we want higher experiences in our life, then we focus our energy on higher experiences, right? So if we focus in on our fears, we talk about that a lot, right? Where if I focus on what is missing in my life, I'm telling the universe, I enjoy this missing feeling. Can I have more of that? Or if I hate things in my life, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy this hateful feeling. Can I have more of it? Can you bring me more things to hate? Because when we focus on what we're losing in our life, um, what we fear we'd lose in our life, we repel it out of our life. And if we fear something will come in, we draw it in, right? So that's our energy. But for our highest experience, we focus on the higher vibration, which is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and mainly gratitude, right? Because we tell the universe, I am grateful for things. I really enjoy being grateful for things. So can you bring me more things to be grateful for? So I really like that because they're telling you and showing you that path there. And the moon card is, the unknown things. We have a lot of stuff that happens in our subconscious world. So, things that we can do, the more we look into our inner child and the more we look into the beliefs they have, the more we release the things that are holding us at the lower vibration. Because so much of the things that we're taught have to do with fear, right? When we're younger, and it moves forward. So, I like that. Yeah, and here you are. So they're basically, this is your higher self. The King of Wands. Wands is like our energy, and it can represent our higher self because it's the highest energy that we can achieve. But this also is, represents the human side of us, that focusing our energy with the Ace of Wands, it allows us to move past these barriers. Because as we were talking about, when you deal more with your inner child is the one who's in charge of the forest fields, not forest, force fields. It looks like a forest. The force fields in our life that keep us from going places and having things come in, because it's the one that's keeping track of the beliefs we have. And when it has limiting beliefs, it limits things. When we question those beliefs and bring them up and transform them, the force fields disappear, because you can see how we hit our heads against those walls, but we can't bust through them. We have to go inward and downward to connect with our inner child, to go, okay, why do we have this belief? And they were like, well, when we were young, remember how with our parents, so we had to overgive to them to get very little back. Well, I have this out of balance belief in receiving. I have to feel like I have to do so much to deserve so little. And like, oh, well, let's look at that. Let's bring it into our consciousness and question it and go, that's not a acceptable rate of exchange anymore. We're adjusting it. And then the inner child goes, that sounds great. And then it seeps back down. And then the force fields disappear and you can walk right through them, right? So this is part of raising the vibration. And here is the King of Cups balancing the heart and mind coming in here. It's a beautiful, it tells us that the choices we make too, in addition to our energy, we also, every moment, we're the ones choosing what story we put to something with our thoughts, what emotion I feel as I go through it, and the energy I'm investing. The power lies within us on the experience. It's not happening to us. We are the ones that are putting the energy out and ordering. If you go to a restaurant and you keep ordering stuff and they keep bringing it, and they're like, who ordered this? And they're like, well, you did. You ordered it on the app. See? And you're like, oh, well, I didn't want that. And they're like, okay, well, you can change your order. Okay, I want this. They're like, why did that come in? And you're like, well, that's what you ordered. And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to change what I'm ordering, and I'm changing what I'm bringing into my life. Right. Yeah. Then your last card here shows this new birth, this new creation, this mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself. And I love this new birth. It's a harvest that's happening. So I like this for you. I like this information that's coming in because it's very empowering. The Ace of Pentacles that the Queen has there is, also the search for our worth in relationship to the outside world and seeing it more free from all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and all those fears and opinions that we had. So there's this freedom that's coming in with that, Patty. So I like this for you. So hopefully that brings clarity. When we fear, am I on the right path or not? We're fearing some judgment of some kind, right? When we realize there is no, it's like you're not in a graded art class. You're in a community art class that um, there's no rules, there's no grade. They're just it's an invitation to come and express yourself in your own way. Some people are painting, some people are doing clay, some people are doing woodwork, some people doing metal work, some people drawing. There's a variety of ways that people express themselves, and there's no grade. Even though there's a room where there's a grade and people get into arguments about the grade, and then the teacher comes and they're like, "What are you guys fighting about?" And you're like, "Well, aren't we supposed to all be painting?" And they're like, "No, no, this is a free expressive, express yourself class." So people are even dancing over there. And they're like, "Oh, well, isn't there a grade?" They're like, "No, no grade, no assignment, be yourself." So this freedom that comes with that. So hopefully that helps, Patty. And thank you again for your donation. All right, Empress Beauty. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. And do you want to know, how does your ex feel after you found out he was trying to get someone pregnant behind your back? Wow. All right. I imagine they feel busted. Aren't humans amazing creatures? All right. So let's take a look here, Empress Beauty, and see how do they feel after this here. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, I had a feeling that this is kind of their energy here because we've got the Five of Swords, which they're like, it's like they feel, here's the person holding all the swords and people walking away, because this person always wins, and it's like they win the battle, but they lose the war, right? Because these people are not going to communicate with them anymore, and they're like, "Well, I won the fencing match," and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, you always win. All you care about is you, and we're out." So they won the battle, but they lose the war, and I feel like that's kind of how they feel, is like, "Oh, wow, I thought I was getting what I wanted, but I lost the war." But they also have a couple of eights here. There's an eight down here that I'll show in a moment. Eight of Pentacles is movement forward in their life into the new opportunity. So, they realize, well, I can't go back this other direction, so I've got to move forward. And this is what they're moving forward into the new opportunity. I don't feel like they're not someone who has regrets. I feel with this energy. I feel like they can leave people and emotions and stuff behind very easily and walk away. I just feel like they it's just how they were raised and kind of their makeup here. With these two eights, it's all about movement and moving forward and onward. And it's kind of like a forest fire or a grass fire, how they consume, and they don't go backwards because there's nothing to go back to, because they consume. And fire needs fuel, and when it burns all the fuel behind it, it only has a choice to go forward. It doesn't feel like it can go backward. And this is how I feel, with them here. I've got the Nine of Wands here too, which is, barriers. They're knocking their head up against a wall that they always try. They're trying to find their happiness in the outside world, which they never will. They've got the wounded brain here, of hitting their head against a wall over and over and over again. I feel like they keep repeating the same things in their life over and over and over again, and don't really haven't really learned yet that the common denominator in it all is them. So that's what I feel like they're a grass fire that moves forward, and um, I feel like it's we learn a lot about ourselves through this situation, right? And I feel like you're like, ouch, I got burned by a grass fire, and you're like, okay, let me learn about this. About myself. How am I using this experience to judge my self worth? And where is the lie in that? Where is the non truth in this? And I like that you're not going to get burned a second time because you've cut off communication and you're like, you know what? I am not going back into that grass fire because I am not going to be burned twice. I'm intelligent, right? And you're like, that is it. Boom. I'm not going to allow this grass fire back into my life. And after we take a deep breath and we get out of all the smoke and everything else, we can really look and go, what did I learn about this, about myself? What did I want to learn through this experience? Because I know it's hard for our human to go, we asked to experience everything in our life, but there's reasons we want these experiences because it shows us what we want to see about ourselves to free us and release us. Um, that's what I feel. I mean, you're asking, how do they feel? They're moving forward. That's what grass fires do. They don't look back. They're just like, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, very good. So I like that for you, Empress Beauty. So it's good to know that you can release it all and go, you know what? Um, a grass fire can only act like a grass fire. And that's the thing when any of us, this is what's great about our life too, is because we can forgive ourselves for things that we're beating ourselves up about. When we have certain beliefs in our brain, we can't help but act on those beliefs until we change our beliefs, then we can act differently. And so when a forest or a grass fire has grass fire thoughts, it can only act like a grass fire until it changes here. And so it's like, okay, same with me, all of us. Okay, I made choices I made because I didn't know any better, but now I have different knowledge and awareness, and now I will act on my life differently. So I like it for you, Empress Beauty. So hopefully that helps. But thank you again for your donation and many blessings to you. I know, right? Now that get the smoke cleared, the grass fire smoke, I will take a deep breath with you. Release. And now you get to move forward too. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. I think those were all the donations. All right. So we will scroll to the top here and start on the free readings. So SK, hello, hello. You are up first. So what Aisha, I'm just going to call him A, thought about you in the party today? You're both Sagittarians. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, it seemed like there was this big the Aries energy here, new beginnings, new things. I feel like they saw you as someone who was really standing true to yourself, and you know you listen to other people, but I feel like they saw you as someone who just really steps forward in your own energy, in your own fire energy, being Sag. So Aries, they understand that energy too, being a Sagittarius. So they really like that. And they kind of see you here as someone full and overflowing, very compassionate, very loving energy. I feel that they just feel from you. And so they saw this and they were just like, wow, you can stand on your own, but not be, a douchebag about it, right? You're able to stand and show your fire and what you're wanting to do, but with compassion and with love and with laughter, most likely. And then you have the star card. So again, wish fulfillment, this bright star in a dark sky, someone who brings hope and just this brightness. So they just saw you that you definitely stood out with this very positive, bright, fiery energy. And they can relate to that. That's something that they appreciate. Um, and it kind of sparks them as well, because it's almost like they feel like I can express the side of me too, because you're doing it. And it just feels like this wonderful, two stars in the sky, exploring. I don't feel like they're running like they're not in this commitment mode in their life right now or anything. They're more of adventure mode. But I feel like they're like, oh, we could have some adventures, kind of energy that's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what's coming through right now, SK. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And Anya Ohuya. So, you want to know whatever comes out? Yeah, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. I like this here because it's like Spirit is calling you higher and higher and higher. This is your higher self, and this is your human self. And of course, the trumpet, they're like getting your attention. And I feel like you feel this nudge and this draw for this higher type of calling here. Like you're being drawn. And there's like all these emotions, all these heart's desires that you have. And I feel like it's the time in your life here where Spirit's helping you and guiding you on which of these heart's desires are influenced by the human side and which are more your high heart and purpose, like life purpose things. And I feel like you're identifying it. Things are starting to dim, and like, how this one's looks like it's glowing, and there's an area of your life that's really starting to glow up where you're like, wow, this is what I'm wanting. And I like it. It's like even under like a little cloth where it's like, ta-da, it's being revealed to you, right? So I like this because it's like you're stepping into this, you're really starting to get drawn into something that your high heart really wants to express that love to the world in this way. So I feel like you're really aligning with your life purpose. You're really starting to get some strong direction, and I like it. And I feel like that Spirit telling you, "That's us. You're right. It's glowing. Head towards it." So that's what's coming through there for you, Anya. So many blessings to you. And Dijona, you were up next. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. Excuse me. I feel like, well, you got this new birth, this ending and beginning card with the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new ones, victory, ready to start this new adventure, this new birth, this new creative way of expressing yourself, and harvest and sensuality and free of expectations, which is what this does too. It ends old cycles. So there's definitely this recurring kind of message that I feel you've been getting of you're ready for this new adventure, free of expectations, free of limitations. Um, I feel like it has to do with home here. The Four of Pentacles can mean a lot of things, but it's coming in with the energy of the four walls of the outside world, of home, what you consider home. And I feel like there's this new change. You either are wanting to change where you live or change um, where you're living, like within it, like painting and moving furniture, or I just feel like there's this change of things. You're just like, I want things my way. I want to do something creative and exciting, like, build a tree on the inside with leaves. It's all, not real things maybe, but it's like you're making it look and fit for you. You're like altering it, or you're moving locations too. I just feel like there's this new journey, this new adventure of changing what home feels like. And that's what's coming through right now. So that's what they have for you, Dajana. So many blessings to you. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, Shane. Hello, hello. Hey, hey. Anyone to know what? Hey, hey, what's happening today for you? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know that's happening today? All right. We've got a good balancing energy coming in here with the Two of Pentacles. And, you know, I feel like there's two choices that are coming up here today in the outside world, or two opportunities. And I feel like it has to do with expression of love and movement of emotion. So it doesn't need to be romantic. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a hoe today. That's from your guides, not mine. Today, they're saying there's two opportunities to express your love to others today, and because it could be family, it can be friends, can be romantic, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, right? And so there's this wonderful opportunity today just to share some love in your heart with some other individuals who need it, who can use it, because it just and don't underestimate your impact on people. I've had a couple people in my life, like three, that told me that just smiling at them in the hallway of a corporate building, just walking through and just going, "Hey," or just smiling, they they like told me the next day or within a couple days afterwards, they're like, you know, I have to let you know this. I just feel I have to let you know that I was suicidal. I was thinking about how I was going to end my life, but you just smiling at me, it gave me hope for another day, and then another day, and then I feel so much better now. And I just want you to know that. And you're just like, what? A smile or a saying hello? We don't know the impact that we can make on people, or people can have a great facade on their face and they could be going through so much. So don't underestimate your impact on people today, Shane. I like it. Beautiful, beautiful. Got shivers. All right. So many blessings to you, Shane. And good for you. Yeah. And thank you for your sense of humor. All right. Cheery, cheery. Hello, hello. You want some guidance? You've been feeling a lot of deja vu, deja who, deja you. I don't know what's going on. It's probably the Pisces energy. I'm still feeling a bit hyper. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, it is your energy that's um, manifesting itself, because here you're going through this transformation in your life energetically. I mean, you have your energy is moving fast, 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 and you have the king here, which is the king of swords, who co-rolls over air with the queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So this is the master of thought and belief and mindset. So I see how they're using, and it's activating things and memories within your mind, which is cool here, because what they're telling me is that the area of the deja vu is also it's like kitty corner to the Akashic records, which one of your gifts is accessing the Akashic records. And so with this movement and this transformation that's happening, you're having these memories that it's like playing on your third eye movie screen, right? Because you're getting like this. I've seen this before. It's because it's being activated down within your unconscious, where all our futures are also down there, all of our past lives, because there's no really time. Time is a construct of the human. In the Akashic records, it's like everything is just a volume that's in there. And so you're activating, you're seeing these deja vu things because you're kitty corner to the Akashic records, which your spirit team and your soul are activating higher and higher and higher, more energy. It's like the lights are coming on in the Akashic library within you. So you're starting to see things, you're starting to remember things. You're gonna have premonitions of the future. You're gonna have memories of past lives. You're gonna bump into people and know who they were in a past life with you. These are the things that will expand and grow for you. So that's what's going on. You are going through a transformation to a beautiful, energetic butterfly. So that is what is coming through for you, uh, Cherry. So many blessings to you. All right, Shloka Sancher, you are up next here, and you want to know what are PK's intentions. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, they do have a little bit of emotional wish fulfillment coming in. Queen of Wands passion too. So there is underneath the surface here, they've got this dream of wishes come true and what does it mean and how does it unfold and blah blah blah, right? Um, but they've got the Queen of Wands. This feels primary. It's like this, they're like, this is the future dream of what could be, but what I want right now is passion. What I want right now is connection. There's this energetic draw that they have to you here, an emotional draw too, because with the black cat here, all the queens have a second portion of water, which does bring in this emotional connection. So it's, there is on the surface this physical, energetic draw to you, this attraction. And underneath, there's like this reserved place for this dream of love, but that it always feels secondary to them. It's like first I need to make sure my passions can be met, and that if my passions can be met, then I'll allow my heart to attach. But that's their priority uh, list right now, anyway. Is passion comes first, emotions come second. So that is what's coming in, Shloka. So hopefully that resonates there for you. But many blessings to you. That's what they have. All right, Green Spell, you are up next. And you want to know the rest of the year, any blessings to come to you. All right, let's take a look here and see what two blessings that they want you to be aware of. Because there's plenty. Yeah. So you do have this feeling of self-love that fills up and overflows into your life. And so, throughout this year, you're raising your love vibration higher and higher and higher. And so that is a blessing because that means you draw in higher vibrational love things instead of lower vibrational things. Not doing what you always did and getting what you always got, but raising your love vibration that invites in a love that is unlike anything that you've had before. Yeah. Which starts with you connecting to your higher self. So, another blessing is that your human side is becoming so much more aware of and entwined with uh, your higher self. Here's the infinity symbol. This is your higher self, your human self. The lion. I mean, these just very well work together too because your higher self is who brings you this self love, right? Because they're a being made of unconditional love, which allows you to help raise your love vibration. So it's definitely this blessing of focusing inward and upward that transforms your outside world, where you really start to see all the blessings that are out there. Until we turn inward and upward and find that unconditional love inside of us that lion in the strength card is hungering for, we feel like the outside world continually falls short and we don't see blessings because we see fault, things, disappointments. And it is because the outside world cannot give us what we're looking for in our own heart. And when we find that and connect with it, then we're like, oh, so the outside world could never bring us what we're looking for. It's like going into a tire store looking for groceries, and they're like, "We don't have that here." And you're like, "Oh, how disappointing I am in you. Why don't you have groceries?" And they're like, 'Cause we're not a grocery store.'" And you're like, "I know there's food here." And they're like, "Well, I've got my lunch in the refrigerator, but that's mine." You know? And so there's this, awareness of like, oh, when I find my inner grocery store, then I can appreciate the tire stores for what they are. And they don't fall short because I see that they couldn't bring me what I'm looking for. And then all these blessings appear everywhere because everything, instead of being disappointing, becomes above and beyond extra. And blessings, blessings galore everywhere. So that's what they have for you right now, Green Spell. So I'm excited. It's going to be a wonderful adventure because by the end of the year, you're just going to see the world in a completely different way. All right. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And up next, we have Richard Datta. Hello, hello. So, what are the messages from your higher self which you're not able to hear or avoiding them? Ooh, all right. I do have these higher self oracle, and I am drawn there to pull a card from there for you. So we'll see what message they have here. Okay. I know, I know, I know. So we've got let go. Beautiful card there. And let's see what this message comes in here for you. Obviously, it's about letting go. We get that. Let's see what else they have here. So there's a quote here from C. Joy Bell C. And it says, "You will find that it is necessary to let things go, simply for the reason that they are heavy. So let them go. Let go of them. I tie no weights to my ankles." Wow. So this card brings to the fore, like the forefront, the need to let go of someone or something in your life that no longer serves your highest good. There may be a friendship or a relationship that needs to end, but you are still holding on, although it is no longer healthful. In this case, you're asked to let go to make room for something better to enter your life. And if a relationship has ended, trust that you have learned the lessons from that partnership and it is time for new lessons to be experienced elsewhere. Remember, the love you shared is never lost in truth. If you are holding on to the past um, of regret or due to a very painful or life altering event, your higher self would like you to free yourself by refraining from reliving your past decisions or experiences. Let go of shoulda, woulda, coulda. The past has become a dark companion in your life, and it's time to leave it where it belongs, in the past. Unburden yourself by freeing yourself from this attachment, or you will carry it like a malignant tumor, which will darken and spread to all areas in your life. Not to threaten or to scare you, it's just a fact. If you're experiencing loss in some way, let what is leaving fall away. Everything is always replaced at some point in time. And keep in mind that your higher self had a plan before your incarnation to take the path and steps necessary for your spiritual evolution. Cycles of loss are included within that very plan, but they are never meant to harm you or impede your growth. Rather, they are placed there to challenge and develop your soul. If you're struggling to let go, complete the detachment burning ritual below. Wow. And I will read this, and this is good for all of us, right? So, the detachment burning ritual says number one, call in your higher self to be present with you during this ritual. Number two, make time to handwrite the names of people or experiences you wish to release, each onto separate sheets of paper. Three, specify the associated burdens on this sheet of paper. And number four, when you're ready, crumple the paper in your hand. Number five, visualize the person or experience and extend gratitude for the lessons they brought you. I know that's the hard part, right? They are our teachers. We ask them to show us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it, right? And then number 6, burn the paper in a safe area and state, "I release you." And then 7, repeat as often as necessary. Wow, I like it. So, that is what they have for you, Richard Duta. So many blessings to you. A great message there. So evidently there might be some people that it's time to release in within your life there. All right. So many blessings to you. VD Jalan, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation that is coming through. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for your donation. And if you did not ask your question yet, pop it down below, but I'm going to scroll up here just to see if it's up here. Surely. You're welcome, Richa. I know. Oh, geez, gratitude for pain and heartache. Thank you for this lovely gift. But it's through pain and heartache that we learn and we grow. And so it is, it's thank you for paying for the class. It is a definitely an evolutionary type of thing to have gratitude for pain and heartache, right? I know that when I was going through all my 5 longest term relationships, I was not grateful. But later, when I realized that they were my teachers and that I had asked them to continually show me what I wanted to see about myself till I saw it, then I realized, oh, you know, um, heartache and pain is fear. Heartache is just our heart going into fight or flight mode, and pain is the prick of fear in our heart. So, I was grateful for experiences showing me my fears because if I'm not shown them and become conscious of them, they're just running amok in my life free. But when they're brought to my face and I'm like, oh, so this is a fear. Why do I fear you? And I look into it, they disappear, right? It is. Um, thank you, Natalia. I'll do your general reading here. There's this wonderful story. I think this is good for everyone, and that they're bringing it to me. So there's this princess, and she went to go visit one of her towns on the edge of their kingdom, because she liked to do that every year and report back to her parents. And as she approached this, it's an enclosed kind of castle on the edge of their territory. All the gates were closed, and she rode in with her, entourage. And they're like, "Quick, quick, get in here!" And they got in there, closed the door, and they heard this loud, giant that was outside of the gates attacking them. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? What's going on? How long has this been going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's been going on for weeks, and we couldn't send anyone because we were afraid." And then these big boulders came hitting against the walls, and so everyone ran down into the basement of the until it stopped. And she was like, "We can't do this. We need to stand up and be brave." And so she went up to the gate, and she asked for one of the soldier swords because no one was willing to go out. And shaking, 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 she went outside, and there was the giant, you know, um, like 100 yards away. And she was just like, "No, I must face them. I must face them." And so she took a step forward and another step forward, and she realized what's happening as she took steps forward towards the giant was becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. And she got up to him, like just like a couple feet away, and it lunged at her, and she panicked, and or like a reflex, and she put out her sword, and it stuck the giant, and he fell. He squealed and fell to the ground. And as he's there, dying, the princess asked him, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." She goes, "Who are you?" And he just whispered, "I'm fear." And it's a wonderful story that it brings in, because when we face our fears, they start to become smaller and smaller and smaller as we step toward them. So I love that, and it's a wonderful transformation that happens in our life, and it's a story that's stuck with me, obviously. So I love it. All right, so Natalia, thank you so much for your patience and for your donation. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, so they want these four, but they also want to give you a path of the soul oracle, and these are called they're fractal imaging. I call them your spiritual inkblot test because whatever you see in the picture is a special message for you. And then I'll read from the book too. So here we go. Zhup. And we will scooch in here so you can see it a little closer too. There it goes. And that is card 10, endings and new beginning card number. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is called work. So this card relates to work. It describes working at what you are really here to do. It's about combining all of your knowledge and your gifts on both the physical and spiritual plane and utilizing both as a means of earning a living, right? It's like the coming together of both the physical and the spiritual world. And if you're not sure what it is you are really here to do, this card is asking you to take action and the rest will follow. The two worlds have come into alignment, right? That's the two worlds have come into alignment and the time has come. And this card can also show that you are on your path and everything is in proper balance. It reminds me of the Two of Pentacles, right? So there is this, it's the work and your life purpose of coming forward here. Yeah, because I like this. You've got the power of emotional choice coming in here, and you've got the King of Pentacles too, showing abundance and worth, and knowing that it doesn't matter what emotional choice you make. Your path is leading you in the perfect direction, and that you have abundance waiting at the end of the path. So you know the fear of choosing the wrong path. They're like there isn't one because and here's what they were saying, just take a step. Here's the magician. It's action, it's movement, it's stepping forward, that you can move forward. You got everything you need within you to move forward and to make things come true. Here's your higher self bringing in the love from above through you and expressing it into the world. You know, it's like the two worlds coming together, right? It's bringing it down into this realm. And you've got the Three of Wands, which is with new information. This is altering course, and this is you altering course. And I like this energy because they're basically saying it doesn't, if you're not sure of like what is my life purpose and how do I want to express love to the world, they're like, just take one step and then you take another. It doesn't mean that once you take a step forward, you have to stay in this line forever. Sorry, you made your choice. They're like, no, you know, you can take a step forward and you're like, okay, that was a one good step. Now I want to take a step here. That's good. Now I want to take a step here and then a step here and then a step here and a step here. And they're like, it's the journey. It's not the destination. We come here for the journey and to experience things and to choose and experience what it feels like to choose and to move, and we experience something and we're like, all right, I experienced enough of that. It's like going to, they're showing me like a fear ride amusement park, right, where there's just rides all over the place, and that's what we come here for, is to ride the rides. But what a joyful time we have when we arrive. If you've ever been to like an amusement park or a zoo or something where you have a map of what is all available, very rarely is it fun to sit down at a table right off the bat and go, okay, now here's the plan. We have to go here and then here at this time, and then here at this time, and then here at this time. and we're going to go all the way around, and then this is where we're going to go, and this is how we has to go. And I mean, it's like, oh, they're like, all right, where's this one? Let's go ride that. All right, and let's go to this. And hey, let's have some lunch. Oh, look at that food. Oh, look at that. Like, the journey of aimlessness and just running and having this enjoyment, that's the more joyful experience than having it. It's like having a vacation planned from the moment the vacation starts to the moment the vacation ends. It's like you need more time off to recover from your vacation. So this is the journey of life. It's like, go have fun, take a step and then take another step, but it's time to step towards your dream without fear of making a wrong choice. You are on the right path because it's the path that you're choosing and it's always right. So I like that for you, Natalia. I am excited for you. You have all these spiritual gifts and all these physical, skills that you've developed in this lifetime, and you can find out how you want to fit them together. And I like it. But that's what's coming through, Natalia. So many blessings to you, and I'm excited for where you're headed. All right. So up next free reading was a VD Jalan. Hello, hello. You want to know how can you connect better with yourself? What a wonderful question. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about how you can connect better to your true self, right? Your higher self. Yeah. Well, we do have the power of choice, and the Lover's card can be developing this relationship with your higher self as your best friend, as your love of your life. You know, you've got the Chariot card here, which is all about power of choice as well. This is emotional choice. This is all choices, which we'll talk about here. And you have the Knight of Swords, which all knights have a quest, and this knight is about questing for the highest, the highest knowledge, the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love. So seeking the higher truths, seeking is such an important piece here. Wherever we invest our energy and our choices in each moment is what guides us, right? And the Chariot card coming in on how you can connect more and more with yourself is choosing more and more of connecting to your higher self, right? Of pursuing unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. It's simply reaching out to our higher self, going, I want to get to know you more, and I'm going to raise my vibration so I can talk to you. Because the fear, every moment is a choice of unconditional love, the higher vibrational love or the lower vibrational love related to fear, right? Down here, it's very noisy and crackly and a lot of static, and we have a hard time hearing spirit because fear is so loud. But when we raise our vibration to that of what spirit speaks and our higher self speaks, which is unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, and that higher vibrational love, we can hear more clearly. And so the more often we focus on that and focus our stories in our head that we apply in each moment, the emotions we feel in each moment, our energy and our actions in each moment, the more we make it of unconditional love, the more higher our vibration gets and the more clarity we have in connecting with our higher self and with our true self. So it's a beautiful thing. We can, we're our habit is we're taught, of course, to focus on the fears, but we can change our habit to do that. And however you change habits, I talk about me. We all have, usually all of us have cell phones these days, and they're always with us. So, when we put a silent vibrating alarm to come to gratitude and love or connect to your higher self, when we get drawn out into fears, the alarm goes off and it draws us back. And then we get drawn out into fear and the alarm drives us back to where our habit becomes being in communion with our higher self, with our true self, right? So that is what they have for you, VD. Hopefully that is helpful. And that is what they have for this moment. So many blessings to you. Blue Eyes, you will be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a couple donations that came in, so I shall return. So thank you so much, Shamika, for your donation. And you want to know, do we see you and Oakley getting married soon? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know around marriage here. Okay, that one, and they went to that one right there. Let's see what else. Anything else? Okay. All right. So two, two, and three. Let's see what we got here. Let me just look at all these together here. Okay. All right. Um, soon. I kind of feel like it's not like super, super soon. I with the cards that are coming here, I feel like there is, celebration. I just feel like it's not like weeks away, it's more like months away. Um, because we've got the 7 of wands here and the Queen of Swords, balancing of heart and mind, and I feel like they're really trying to work things out. I feel like there's this they feel like they're on the defense, or they feel like they'd be attacked in a way here. And this is the fears that they're overcoming. I feel like they feel that not everyone would be pleased with them. Um, and some of it, just it's I'm just seeing a wide variety of mixture of people. Like there's some family that wouldn't be happy. There's friends who wouldn't be happy. More so like, why are you getting married? Stay with not single, but stay with us and be miserable with us. Why you get to be happy? Come back down here. But I feel like they're really balancing out heart and mind, and it's their heart wants to, and their mind is like, well, what about all this stuff? And I just feel like it's caught in between the heart and the mind, going back and forth, and fears and thoughts and beliefs and all that kind of stuff. But I like that eventually they break through it here with the Ace of Swords. Here's the King of Swords, who's a master over thought and belief and mindset. They co-roll with the Queen, but they get a second portion of air, which makes them the master of thought and belief and mindset. And then here comes in. So I feel like they overcome and they work past their mental things that are holding them back. And here's victory. Here's one of the most victorious cards. So this brightness would show me that yeah, there will be marriage. They just have to get past these thoughts and these beliefs so that they can move forward with it. And again, we've got the balancing. Here's the Ace of Swords. So they just kind of reiterated it again. The Ace of Swords balancing out, cutting away fears they have around marriage, and um, you know, pleasing all the people all the time, and it's impossible, and they realize that. This is a major arcana of overcoming those things, which you kind of want them to do before that. You don't want to have them working through that while you're married and ruining it. You want them deal with all that stuff, and then you'll be able to enjoy marriage together instead. And here's victory, celebration, another card. So, it's a wonderful balanced energy that comes in, and a stable emotional stability coming in here too, offering this. Right now, I feel like if you guys got married, it would end up feeling like old relationships, old things. You can see how they're bored here, not pleased emotionally. Just it feels empty and not fulfilling. Well, this is the new love that's being offered, that with the waiting, with the cutting away of those thoughts and beliefs, it allows this to be here. So I feel like it's here. Maybe by the end of the year, there's a range that I'm seeing, and it's not, it all depends on both of you looking into both of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears around relationship. Um, who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How is a marriage supposed to be? How's a relationship? How are my in-laws? How am I? Blah blah blah. We have all these rules and all these thoughts which, are coming to bear here with all of these the major arcana of dealing with all the thoughts and the beliefs, and the royalty of doing it too. And because we have the queen and the king here, it's both of you facing your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, seeing things from a higher perspective, releasing fears and a lot of expectations, because expectations are what suck the life out of a relationship. You know, it's the takes the wind out of the sail. It suffocates any flame because it withdraws all the oxygen out of the room, and so there's this freedom, and it's wonderful because when we let go of expectations, there's this instead of looking at how people are falling short, we look and we can focus on gratitude for who someone is instead of focusing on who they're not. Fears takes us into what's wrong, what are people not meeting up to our expectations. When we have very little expectations, we look and wow, look at who someone's doing and what they're doing and their abilities, and it's gratitude and abundance instead of lack and judgment, right? So I feel like this is what is happening here. I feel more so the range feels 3 to 4 months to like by the end of next year. It has to do with how much you're working on releasing those things and how much they're working on releasing those things. It's a range. So I know that's not probably the news you wanted, but but it is news. That's good, right? But anyway, that's what they have for you, Shamika. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. Cheery, Shada. Thank you for your donation. So you have a question in your mind. What do spirits think about it? And should you write it down too? All right. So you have a question in your mind. And what does spirit think about it? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. So they want those. And then you get a gentle creature's wisdom. Excuse me. Wisdom card. All right. There it is. Came flying out here. So you've got the guide card. This reminds me of the hermit card, their lantern here. I just love her artistry. And let's see what this guide comes in here. So it says, our gentle creature waits patiently, holding the lantern aloft, and their job is to guide others in through the foggy night. It may sometimes be a lonely job to serve as the light carrier, but it is a necessity that cannot be shirked. They understand their part in the fabric of the community they call home. Not all are called to be guides, but this one was. The hardest thing about being a guide is that not all will see or appreciate the illumination for what it is. How many notice the fairy dancing within the lamp, creating the flickering glow? Whoops, sorry, let me see here. See if I can get it to focus here. Maybe. Well, maybe because it's foggy and that's what we're supposed to show people to see. But there it is. See the fairy dancing in there? Okay. So look closely. What do you see? And with this card, you're being asked to be a guide or to answer the call. One way or another, your journey is being redirected. Are you heading into the fog, ignoring the sparkling flame? Do you feel as if you're waiting forever for one person to see your light? This is a time to really dig into your inner self. It can be that both of these things are important. After all, it is a poor guide who cannot be led. And wouldn't it be sad if this gentle creature were left to hold that lamp? Surely there is someone, maybe you, who can help them by carrying that sweet yellow star for a while. We all need to both guide and to be guided. So hopefully that helps with that. And then let's take a look here and see. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have here transformation. I mean, you've got the 4 of Cups, which is this, you know, um, emotional stability that came in here, that there's this, wonderful, wonderful offer of higher love of seeing this from a higher place, because you also have the Knight of Cups, which is movement and questing after this higher love here. So, the quest is inward and upward, and that the guide card was all about guiding you inward and upward to, with that lantern. That's what the hermit journey is. They have the lantern and it's turning inward and allowing them to guide you to find this inner love, this higher inner love that allows you, to step into your power here with this, Ace of Wands. Allows you to step in with your magician, to have things move forward, to ignite you forward here. We have the transformation here. When you're talking about writing it down, the swords are about communication, can be writing, it can be this. The five is transformation of, as you connect more to the capital T truths of the higher realm and you see things from a different perspective, you don't feel the need to defend your small T truths, those that are rooted in fear anymore, because you see that you are focusing more on seeing things from a higher perspective rather than, trying to defend what you believe to be true, that my small T truths are more truer than other people's small T truths. Um, and I feel like if you're asking about things to write down, it's not about writing down your fears that are related to the small T truths, but the any ahas and knowledge that you get from the higher realms, that is to be written. But the rest of it is pursuit of the higher love. It's the quest for the higher love, I feel, is what is coming in here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from these. I don't have anything else that they want to add here, but so some you should write down, other things no. What is of unconditional love, you write down. What is of fear, you do not. It's like you don't want to bring the fears into the world, you want to bring the love into the world. And so everything we write is one or the other. And that's what they're talking about. So hopefully that helps, Cherry. You thought the card was for me. How nice of you to say that would be me. But we all take up. Are we all going to take it? All right, very good. All right, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so back up to the free readings, and we left off with blue eyes, and you want to know who is manifesting you. All right, let's take a look here and see who is manifesting you. All right, wow, it's definitely someone who's fiery here. We've got Leo energy here, but we've got the Six of Wands. This is very much, well, it's very much Leo energy, but it's pretty much any fire sign, because fire signs have this energy about them that it's like a torch in a dark night. You can't help but see them, and that's the energy. Not all of them are like wanting to be seen. Leos kind of have an energy of to be seen, because it's of what they're here to do. They have this draw to be seen, and so I feel like who's manifesting you is like a Leo. Yeah, pretty much a Leo. I just feel very strong, but it can be a Sagittarius or of course Aries. But I kind of feel like very very strong fire energy for sure. So someone is drawing you. I feel like you see them first before they see you, but then they see you. Because I feel like that Six of Wands is that you are seen by them. But you don't get their attention. Like you don't initiate getting attention from them. You see them and you're like, wow, I wonder who that is. Or, they're up on a stage or they're somewhere where they're set apart. And you're just like, wow, okay. And then um you go about your business and you turn around and they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so," and you're just like, "Well, hello," and you're just like, "Okay." And so I feel like that's the type of, that's how you know is you saw them and there was the spark, and then then they also, without you knowing, see you and move towards you. So that is what I feel is coming through, Blue Eyes. So hopefully that resonates for you, and that's what they have right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right. You're so funny. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Shanta. So you're paying it forward. I appreciate that. What a wonderful, beautiful thing to do. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right. And so Cheery, thank you for your additional donation here. And it's long though. You're too funny. Hey, Aprilia. So um you're feeling a personality confusion. Did like you want to know what kind of personality should you adopt? Oh, so you know different personality attracts different things, vibration. Tell me which one will help me attract all the things I want to manifest a whole new life. You're so funny. So you kind of want to adopt to childlike character with no conditions or expectations. Yes, but will it help manifest the life you want? Um, your life you want is way too dreamy, though. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah. The personality that you want, and I can see where the confusion comes in here, right? Because when we have this, when we think that we are supposed to be someone other than ourselves to attract the life we want, then then we want to look into that, right? Because what that comes down to be, and these are the two cards that came out first, is we have these beliefs of lack and stuff that's in our subconscious, and we have these thoughts and beliefs that steal from us, that make us feel like they're um, stealing things from our life, that they're cheating us out of our lives, right? We can feel like we're wandering and abandoned, and all of this type of stuff here. And so when we're looking at like who do I need to be for my highest experience, it is someone who is less and less fearful. And that's it's a general statement, because we have our minimum experience that we can experience coming into this world, right? And then we have the highest expression of our life, and how we have that highest expression is by letting, it's like a hot air balloon, cutting away as many sandbags that we can that are weighing us down. Think of Rumi, who's it's one of my favorite things that's just so beautiful, because they say, Rumi said that we don't have to find love, we don't have to find our higher self. We don't have to, um, find the perfect life. All we have to do, he said love, but that was me adding all that other stuff in. It's like we don't have to find that stuff. We just merely have to look at what obstacles we have created between us and it, which is the fears. It's all these, when we were younger, these beliefs of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, all these popular opinions, that's what bogs us down. Those are all the sandbags on the hot air balloon of our life. And when we question, these beliefs about lack and abandonment, then we rise as we chop them away, as we look into our fears of losing conditional love, losing, like, or being rejected, failure, or whatever. So we cut those away, the balloon rises. And so when we talked about the more we let go of those expectations, that's what opens our life. And if you feel your dream is too dreamy, we are in this constant removal of the influence of these things of what our dream should be. So sometimes we might have this dream that's influenced by, you know, uh, those things, those opinions. And it's like, oh, this is my dream. This is what I'm supposed to be. And then we're like, oh, it feels weighty. If it feels like it's weighty, then it's not our dream. It's someone else putting a dream on us. And as we remove these sandbags, these thoughts, these fears, the supposed tos, that's what frees us up. That's what takes us, in this higher direction to where we can have our highest, our highest expression, our magician, right? And we talk about this. We're the ones that hold the power with the magician's wand. Every moment we are expressing energy, and if I'm focusing in on what I feel is missing or wrong or um, things I hate in my life or what I fear will leave or come in, all that energy are the sandbags that are weighing us down. But as I focus my energy on gratitude, on unconditional love, and joy and peace and laughter, that all that we talk about so much, that stuff is what you know takes us higher, takes us to what would be our highest expression or our highest experience in this human. Neither is right, neither is wrong either. That's the important thing, or one of the important things, because we feel like, oh, this has to be the what we come here for. Well, no, it's power of choice, and there's all this wonderful adventures. It's like every vacation we go on, we don't necessarily need to go. Well, I need to go on the helicopter ride and the parasailing and the scuba diving and the luau and this and that and this and that. We don't have to have all that. And like, well, that would be the highest experience. But it's like, yeah, but sometimes we come here many lifetimes. It's like in this lifetime, I just kind of want to enjoy a nice days by the beach and not have to worry, or even days by the pool. So I don't have to worry about sand getting everywhere. It's like we get to choose. There's no wrong choice. But the energy that we choose in each moment. So we don't have to become a different personality, because if we feel we have to be different, then we're judging ourselves, right? We're judging that, well, I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet. No, you're in the perfect place right now. And in the next moment, if you want a different experience, you can choose it. But there's no wrong choice. Wrong is judgment that's rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of that type of thing, right? Yeah, yeah. So, that's what comes in there. And so when you're enjoying your journey and your adventure, that's, I mean, that's they have it on here. This is the full card, is the journey of without expectations, without supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must. It's like a child. And like you said, childlike, seeing the world as adventure and possibility and not fearing and not having obstacles in our way, right? And so that's what I feel is coming through for you, Cherry. I feel like you get that, but that's what's coming through. So you don't have to be anything else than you don't want to be, um, but we can choose differently each moment, and that's what's powerful. I'm not caught in my decisions for life. It's like, well, this moment I'm walking this way, well, next moment I'm walking that way. I can walk in circles if I want. It's my life, my adventure, right? All right. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So Vanik, I'm sorry, Vanya Sirik. Sorry if I murdered that. My apologies. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what does Marcel think about you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Well, all right. Well, this is how they feel, and then we have thinking here in a moment too. Um, so we've got this, lover's card here, which is wow, right? And then we have the Four of Cups, which is also emotional stability. And there's this, the old love that they've had before, the old feelings they've had for others that felt empty. But there's like this new, energy coming in, this new love energy coming in. And it's like they, think that it's of a different, um, it's different than they felt before. You even have this little mirrored effect of the 6 and the 4, the IV and the VI, right? Or vice versa, depending on how you look at it. But, there's this wonderful mirroring that's happening, and, it's interesting for them. There's a little bit of, emotional intrigue that's there. Um but they definitely are thinkers because we've got the King of Swords here. So are they an air sign? Because they not only rule with the co-rule, over thought and belief and mindset with the swords with the queen. Um, all the kings are given a second portion of air, so they're the masters of thinking and mindset, and so they might be big overthinkers. And so with all of this intrigue that activated in their heart, they're like in super analysis mode. They're really thinking about, what did that mean, what does this feel, what is this about, I don't, how did I ever felt this before. So it's like they're being scientific Spock, and looking at that. I like here eventually here with the Two of Swords that they come to this place of closing their eyes and opening their heart, not making decisions strictly with their mind, but also allowing their heart to have a seat at the table here. So, I feel like there is definitely emotion there, definitely attraction there. But they're kind of, um, this mirror that they're seeing themselves in you, obviously, and you see yourself in them. But there's this, it's just new to them, it feels so different, unlike anything they've experienced before, and this is what has them pondering so much, is because it's a whole new experience. So, I like it for you. So that is, what is coming through there for you, Vanya. I like this, for you. I just feel like it's gonna be a little bit of time, because I feel like they are big thinkers, so it takes them a little bit of time to get to this point where they actually close their eyes and open their heart and let their heart have a seat at the table, which the heart wants to move forward and to, explore what a relationship or interaction with you would be, here. Sorry. So I like that. So that's what's coming through right now, for you, Vanya. So thank you so much for your donation once again, and many blessings to you. All right, Aprilia. Hello, hello, lovely. And your birthday is Friday. Wow. Well, happy early birthday to you. And let's take a look here and see. Ah, okay. Well, you gotta give yourself birthday gifts, right? And, I love that you stand up, for what you're wanting, and I had a feeling, that was only gonna be able to, uh, you were only gonna be able to really accept that, uh, you know, lack of attention for so long, right? Because it's like, "You know what? I deserve more," and I like this. So, I do, yeah, because that's one of the things. I know one of my relationships, which they're bringing back to me right now, um, it's actually my last one, was this feeling of that someone was trying to fit me in between important things, and no one wants to feel that way, right? I want to be the important thing that you fit everything else around. But one of the big things too, which, I loved, was when post relationships, when I was reflecting and I realized they were all mirrors for me, was how was I, um, trying to fit myself in between what I thought were important things when I didn't. give myself priority. And I like this that you are giving yourself priority. So I feel like you're like, message received. All right. So you want to know what are her actions and feelings towards you? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So, we've got the temperance card here, which is slow moving, right? It's things take a long time to, go back and forth. And, I just feel like the feelings or the action, this is more action oriented here because this is slow moving, right? It's like, do they take any actions? Very slow moving. I just feel it takes them time here to really this is their self-love. It takes some time to turn inward before they feel like they can do anything because it just feels like their journey that they've been on has been so internal, right? And like you said, I think they were like busy and they were doing a lot of stuff, but until we turn inward and find our self-love, and we love ourselves, we can't love anyone else. And I feel like this will take time for them to do that. Because they are currently trying to define themselves by what they're able to accomplish and do in the outside world. And I don't feel like it's, you know, um, moving fast. Like I feel like they're going to have to become emotionally, physically, mentally exhausted before they're forced into like forced R&R to reflect. Because I feel like they're so focused on meeting expectations of the outside world that it takes someone getting to the 10 of swords where they're exhausted with all the 10 swords stuck in their back before they make change. And I feel like they are very motivated by that. And we do have here their feelings here. I feel like the high priestess stepping back into their high priestess temple. Feel like they're connecting with spirit. This is the celebration here. Even hanging out with a lot of people. I feel like they're trying to keep themselves busy. I feel like when they're when they withdraw and pull back, then they feel the silence and the aloneness, and then they bounce forward and outward and trying to hang out with people so they don't have to think. So I feel like, um, you know, this is what they're being drawn to do, but this is what they end up doing here. And that's why I feel like that they're not, moving fast. I don't feel like they're, you know, um, getting to that point of reflection because they keep themselves so busy with other people, if that makes sense. And so, their feelings and their actions, I mean, we've got the Empress, which, this is new birth, this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and the Two of Wands. I just feel like this is them bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with their own energies. And, it just doesn't feel, you know and I almost feel, again, this is like where they're investing their energy, birthing. And is it just is coming back to me here with this birthing card that I think they're aren't they a birther? Aren't they a birther? You know what I'm trying to say, someone who helps people birth babies. I just feel like this is where they've chosen to invest their energies, and they keep doing this. They keep returning to this. And this is like their choice. And um, I quite honestly, it's like their actions and feelings towards you. It just feels so that it hasn't hit them yet. I feel like they are like, oh my god, and then like their response or their reaction is to get busier so they don't have to think or feel, if that makes sense. I feel like I want to pull another card here for you. Um, Yeah. Right here. I feel like I'm drawn to the Lover's Oracle here. Sorry, these are heart-shaped cards, so they're trying to go everywhere here. Okay. Wow. Okay. I love this card here. I feel like the green is something special for you here. But here is your message. And it says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Hmm. Well, if you needed confirmation, that is definitely there. So they're saying, don't worry about them. Focus on you. It's time for you to give you the love and the attention. Um, you know, not to try to fit, like you said, yourself in between the important things. You get to make yourself the priority, and everything else gets fit in around you. So I like that for you, Aprilia. Wow. And kudos to you, to for choosing you, and because that's beautiful. A midwife, thank you. That's what I feel, and I feel like they've just increased their workload, or spending time with groups of people. It's like they just that's how they deal with stress and stuff, is just to get even busier. It's like someone outrunning a train, they just, or like Superman, like Superman or Neo in in that Matrix series, when they're flying so fast and all this stuff is flying behind them, and they don't want to stop because they know everything's going to catch up to them and hit them. And I feel like she's in kind of avoidance mode. Yeah. So that's what's coming in, Aprilia. So happy birthday, though. I feel like this is a release, and it's okay to let those things go. To let um, you know her decisions, her choices, her emotional choices. There's nothing you can do. You can't change her mind. You can't change how she is. Those are all choices they have to make, and you can only choose for you, and that's empowering to, as they say in, I think it's a Zen, or maybe it's a German proverb, I think it is what it was about, sweep in front of your own door, right? It's like, I'm coming back to me. I'm focusing on my front door, not anyone else's. So many, many blessings, and very special happy birthday to you. Hope you have wonderful plans set for yourself to go do something you want to do. And so I like it. All right, Aprilia, thank you again for your donation. Hang in there. And Lisa Sarkar, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, what do you need to know right now? Right now. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know in this moment? Okay. All right. Two, two, and one. Let's see what we got here. Wow. Well, I like this here. We've got this, you've got the full card reminds me of the soul, and we've got the Six of Cups here too, which the Six of Cups is like past life interactions. It can be, and with these two together, that's what's just really standing out to me, is like, this is your soul, your higher self. And, before you came down here, this is this new birth coming down to the planet. And here's the Six of Cups, which is like someone from a past life that, is jumping down with you, going, all right, when we go down, we're going to meet up and we're going to bump into each other. And then this is what we're going to do. And so I feel like they're wanting you to know right now, just to be aware of individuals. Okay, that all right, that makes sense. That you have this like knowing with, not someone like you've known in this lifetime, like from your childhood. It's going to be someone like you're just like you feel like you've known them in this lifetime, but you haven't, and you realize there's this connection from a past lifetime that you have with each other, and it just goes beyond. It's going to be so different for you. It's a connection that you're going to have that you is unlike any kind of connection that you've had in this lifetime up to this point. Um, because you have the page of cups here, which is like a higher love, and you have the 10 of pentacles, which is this abundance. And I feel like this, can be romantic. It could be, this is like the marriage family fullness. You got the dogs and the children and the lineage and the family tree and all this that comes in here. So I feel like this is them saying, prepare for this, that it's coming. And you're going to notice it, just be aware of it. But you do have this destiny here. Um, of this was what was decided before you came down here, is like in this lifetime we're going to have this type of relationship and experience. And in the meantime, you have the Hierophant here, which the Hierophant is like this invitation inward to discover your capital T truth of who you want to be in this lifetime, what you want. So there's this inner discovery. So, of course, while you're waiting for this to come forward for you, it's about discovering your truth of who you are and who you want to be. And that's allows you to cut away beliefs that don't serve you anymore and emotions. And it's this inner truth journey that will keep you busy until you bump into them. So I like that for you. And I feel like that's what's coming in for you right now, Lisa. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. In fact, um, we did I did have Sio Shanta. She actually made a donation to pay it forward, that for clarity, extra clarity on anyone's reading. And I feel like we do want to go a little deeper into this for you here about the who, more information on like what the person's personality is in that. So I'm going to do that. So thank you, Sio Shanta, for that, because this is perfect. I feel for this particular occasion. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams here to get additional information here real quick. You're welcome. Yeah. and here we go. Yeah, we do. We have the Ace of Coins, or the Ace of Cups. Sorry, not Ace of Coins, coming in here, which is, of course, the higher new love. And we have the Eight of Coins, which I feel like they have higher education, or they are. I feel like they help people. They have this knack to teach. They have this knack to help people expand and move forward in it, because the Eight of Coins is about movement in the outside world, but I feel like it's like this has to do like with career here too, because we've got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is this balancing of heart and mind. They roll over water, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which allows them to, come forward and balance both their heart and their mind with that too. Got Pisces energy. So maybe, definitely they're in tune with their emotions, but they also have the mind plays a huge piece in all of this as well. And let me just pull here. Yeah. So again, it's someone who helps people move and leave behind old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So they, again, with this movement and education, it definitely feels like it comes in here, because with these two cards, I feel like the mind is definitely making itself known. And it's an important piece of that. So you might even, if you're taking a class or something, that might be where you bump into them if you're looking at learning something new, etc. But I definitely feel that coming in here. The other thing is they have two fives, and I do feel like they have been through a huge transformative time in their life. They really learned about when to choose to battle and when not to, and a lot about their worth, and a lot about their feelings of abandonment and being left behind, and feelings of lack. I feel like they grew up in a type of situation here, especially with this Palace of Coins, that they grew up really feeling a lot of lack, really feeling a lot of being left behind and abandoned, and like they had to really step up early when they were younger to be able to move forward in their life. And because of it, one of their big goals is here with palaces are unique to this deck, which is why they wanted me to pull the cards from there, because they have a huge drive is to create a place where they feel safe, a place called home, and reminds me of the Emerald City, right? From the Wizard of Oz. But there's like this place that feels joyful, and like where dreams come true. It's like that. It's almost like the Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City, where they find things they've been looking for, and they want to create this place that is that is safe, and both for themselves and secure, because they didn't have it before. And so this is one of their huge goals, is to help others do that as well. So I like it. I feel like, again, if you are interested in learning something new or taking a class or something, that would be like where you could bump into them. It's the type of energy that I have, is they are either always learning themselves or helping other people learn. It's like it goes hand in hand with them. So I like that, and that's what's coming through right now, Lisa. So that's what they wanted you to know. So boom, I like it. All right. And thank you for your donation. And thank you, CEO Shanta, for your additional donation. Very generous of you. Absolutely. All right. And then we had here, let me just see here. I think we had a donation come through here. Let me just see. All right. Yep. And then, so Angelique, I did get your donation. So Shamika was right before you. And so you will be after that. So thank you. So Shamika, you want to know, how does Oakley feel about you now? And do you see him coming to see you in the middle of the month? All right. So let's take a look here. How do they feel about you right now? And will they be coming to see you in the middle of the month? All right. All right. So they've I know this doesn't look promising, but it's not as bad as it looks. um, because we've got passion, we've got movement. So, that's nice, right? They've got this fast moving passion, this energy, this, quest for stepping into, this energy that they're feeling. I like this together because, even though this looks bad, the 10 of swords is actually a great place to be, because the 10 of swords represents someone who's exhausted trying to live up to all these expectations, the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must, all these expectations that they've had on themselves and that they took on from other people, and they're ready to let it go. That's the ending and new beginning. They're like, I've had enough. I want to be able to act on what I want instead of trying to live up to what everyone else wants me to be. So I like that, the feelings, they do want to move forward. They do want to have action, and they're overcoming those, uh, trying to live up and please everyone, right? And we've got here, so this ace of swords here that the page of swords has helps cut away these fears, because they're seeing things from a higher perspective, and it's bringing in the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities in the outside world. Plus, it also is saying here how they are working on their own worth in relationship to the outside world. And I know we asked, how do they feel about you? But it all starts with how they feel about themselves because, um, we're mirrors for each other. And until they feel confident about themselves and they to the extent they love themselves and feel about themselves is the extent that they can give love and receive love from you too. And so it's important for them to go through this in order for them to be able to see how they truly feel. Otherwise, they're just being triggered by their fears, and the only thing they're seeing in you is their own reflection. And so we want them to see a more pure, uh, true reflection of themselves when they look at you, not something else. Because you're like, "Why are you running away from me?" And they're like, "Because I see a monster in the mirror." And you're like, "Oh, well, stop being a monster, and you will not see a monster." That's what I feel like they have coming in here right now. I like it though that it does balance out here. I got the Two of Pentacles. When I asked, are they going to come to see you in the middle of the month? I feel like there's the balancing is happening. We've got the Four of Cups, which is, emotional stability coming in, more balancing coming in. And then you have the Ace of Swords. So again, the Ace of Swords making itself known here, the page in here. I feel like they're working through some things and that they'll communicate to you that they can't come like right now in the middle of the month, but but that you'll make other plans. Um, and it's good. You don't want the beast to come visit you. You want someone who is the non-beast. So I like that here. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So just trust things will work out here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card, two of the top most abundant victorious cards. So, it's like Spirit saying it's best. It works out for your highest here and the most victory. And if it waits, if they, push it off a little bit. And it's okay. And when they are like, I am not able to come, and da, 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 you're like, oh, it's okay. I know, you're doing your best, and whatever. How you respond to them not being able to make it means the world to them, and it changes things too. It allows them um, to approach the interactions between you guys differently because they're just like, "What? You're okay, and you're not, upset like everyone else is upset, disappointed in them." That's that 10 of swords, right? When everyone's disappointed in them not living up to their expectations. If you're just like, that it's for the best, and you're just like, "Oh, I understand, you know, um, I want to see you really bad, and I know it's going to be the perfect timing," and it's like, wow, okay, wow. So I don't feel like it's like pushed off way, 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 way far in the future. I just feel like the middle of the month, I feel like it's delayed like a week or something like that. Not like, all the way until the end of July or anything. I just feel like it's pushed back, just like if you planned being on the 15th, I feel like it's on the 23rd. It's kind of like a week later type of thing. Um, but it's important for that. So maybe even the first week of July, maybe 2 weeks. But it all depends on what they're doing. Yeah, they're showing me a range because it depends on how much work they do on there. So that is what is coming in, Shamika. I know not quite what we were looking for, but I feel like it's the perspective and the information was important in this moment. So that is what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So, Angelique, you were up next, and then Dana. Thank you for your donation. You'll be up after that. And Angelique, hello. So you're dealing with a Taurus, and you are a Virgo. All right. We got the earthy energies going on. So and they show an interest from the beginning, but he's now hot and cold. What stops him? Is he going to make a real move, and when? All right, let's take a look here. See what spirit wants you to know about this Taurus. Okay, okay. You got 3, 2, 1. Maybe that means action's happening. It's like a countdown to what? Let's find out here. Okay. All right. And then what comes here? All right. And then, all right. So, what stops him here? I mean, there's this slow moviness here, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. And the Two of Wands, this is what is stopping here. They've got a lot of burden in their life here, and they're trying to learn here. Whenever we have a slow moving card like the Knight of Pentacles or Temperance or Hangman or Son of Pentacles, there's these certain ones that really are these cards that spirit brings to me to show that things are slowed down on purpose for our own growth and for their own growth. And one of the things that they're learning, which if this resonates for you too, everyone's always a mirror, right? But they're working on where they're focusing their energies. Because right now there's this 10 of Wands, which is this burden. Like they are investing energy in all these things that are demanding their time. It's like these all these urgent things, not necessarily important, but there's all this urgent stuff that's demanding their attention, and they don't know any better to differentiate between important and urgent. So just all this urgent stuff, and they're like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," right? And so they're doing all this, but part of what they're learning is that they are the ones that get to choose where they invest their energy. And I just feel their world feels overwhelmed, but they're growing and learning through this the hard way that they get to choose this. So I feel like that's why there's this hot and cold in this, is because there's this flood of all this stuff, and they just panic, and they do all this energy, and they just don't have enough. They feel exhausted, and then they're just like, oh, and it's like their battery dies. But we do have time coming up here, where there's this peace of mind that is coming in here. This is the swords. These are all the expectations and fears. And here's the Ace of Swords. And I feel like they are learning to see things from a different perspective. And I almost feel maybe they have some forced R&R where they're on their back, like, you know, hurt back or sick or something, where they're forced to take time away to look at things. And that's when they see the world differently here. The Ace of Pentacles shows that they're looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And this brings new opportunity for them, this freshness in their outside world. So whatever this is, that I feel like I never get that for this card, but I feel like they're flat on their back, where either they end up in the hospital for surgery, or their back is out, or something where they can't move, like they forced to stay there. And while they're there, they're figuring everything out. The Seven of Cups represents emotional confusion too. So with all this energy, with all this stuff going on, it's just like there's so many choices, so many things to focus on. They just can't. And I don't mean like it's seven different people that they're interested in. There's just all this different things that are asking for their emotion and triggering emotions within them. So I feel like there's this countdown where they're, hitting this, um, hitting the wall because they can't help it. Yeah, because yeah, and again, here's the new opportunities opening up. They're changing. The Five of Pentacles is this changing of feeling abandoned and lack. Wherever they felt this before, here they are at this changing of direction in their life here. So that's what's coming to. Um, it's like when you can't maintain this before you have a breakdown of some kind. and and that's what's counting down here is they were trying to do too much all at the same time, and they're hitting the wall, and this is what's about to come forward. I'm not seeing here, I mean, they reiterated the same message with those cards. I'm gonna try to push a little more. We'll see what they'll do. Because I'm getting nosy for you. I do want to see what does that end up happening between the two of you once they like post hitting the wall and having this wake up call. That's what I feel like. It's like wake up call. Maybe even like that. Maybe like a stroke, but I just feel like they so stressed that things happen. Well, so there is this explosion here where things are removed out of their life on purpose for a purpose. But I feel like that's their life. Are they going to tell me? Are you going to tell me? Yep. So we've got the star card. There's hope there. Um, so they're not telling me. They're just saying there's hope. I'm like, is that wish come true? Because that can be a wish come true card. And they're like, nope, just hope. There's, at this point, they're who knows what the recovery looks like afterwards. So, whenever we have that happening, just realize that whatever is unfolding here, that we did ask for it. It's like, why did I want this person to come into my life in this situation? And they're like, well, because I feel like you need, for your path, you need to see someone who's going through that's trying to do too much, that's about to hit a wall, and to go, what about my life am I seeing in their life? Because I feel like more so that they're like I would say, like, if you see an accident and you're like, oh, okay. It's like if someone gets in an accident from, you know, uh, texting while driving and you see it, you're like, oh, this is a reminder for me not to text while I drive. I almost feel like that's their purpose for you, is not like um this relationship, but more for you to see what a wreck it is, and to show you uh some things for you to go, oh, that will keep me from ending up like that, right? And I feel like that's more for what it is. With all this stuff, um, that tower is really speaking to me too, that they're being removed out of your life for you. Yeah, because here's the sun card for you. There's something more further down the road. It's best for you that they do move on. There's something even more in alignment for you further down your path. For you. Something more, maybe a Leo. But that's what's coming in for you, Angelique. So hopefully that resonates for you. But I do feel like it's best that that you're learning from it, but you're not going to end up with it, if that makes sense. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And so Dana, I think you were up next, Dana. And let me take a look here. Wow, almost, that's a candle right there. We do not want that. And let's take a look here. Yes, Dana. And I think you asked your question up above. So let me just scroll up there. Oh, love reading. Yes. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Good confirmation. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around love right now? All right. 2, 2, and 2. Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, we definitely have movement coming up here. So this tells me that you've been working on your heart, your love vibration, letting things go, of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, emotions that no longer serve. Because the Eight of Pentacles tells me you put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. It's like an apprentice who's been working for a blacksmith, and you've been doing all the work and learning and learning and learning and putting out the production here, and now you're about to move into the master mode. So there's this movement forward in love coming up here for you and new passion. So this definitely is very, very close here with these coming in here. So I like those for you there. Yeah, look at you with the 2 nines coming in too. So you're moving, and this is the work you've done here, the hermit's journey you had, because this was behind here. So the 9 of swords, of course, is insomnia, nightmare, all of these, expectations and beliefs that you had around that. When I was talking about letting go of the thinking that no longer serves you, this is what you've been doing, and you've been releasing it. And I feel like you've been having a wonderful peace of mind. And here you are, the other 9 of, or in other 9. There's like what, 3 more nines in the deck. But this is you moving towards wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. So it's like this reward that you're getting for doing the work. Things are speeding up and things are moving, moving towards you there. So I like that. It's very much, reiterating what we first talked about there. Yeah. And look at you. You're starting off on this new journey here, free of so many expectations. We talk about the Fool card, being the first card in the major arcana, and the world card before this, which is the last card, is ending of old cycles and beginnings of a new adventure. Something unlike you've had before. Again, a love unlike you've had before. Other love you've had, boring, unfulfilling, blah, look at how they're looking at it going, snore, zzz. But here, this love that's coming, that's being offered, is something that's so much more free and so much more open too, which I really, really like there. And I want to pull a love oracle here for you as well. Ooh, that was it right there. All right, looks like you get 2 of them here. Yeah, because these almost look alike. So these are the 2 that they wanted to give you here. Whoa. Fire! Missed the candle, that's good. So we've got these, look at these 2 wonderful, the heart on fire and the heart a flying here. And you've got this one here, which says, "When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love." I like that. It's like that's a reinforcement of the thing that matters the most is the love, and that makes sense with in coordination with this full card. All the expectations of what is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, and blah blah blah. There's this wonderful, change. This wonderful of what matters is love. Everything else takes care of itself. I love that coming in here. And then you have this wonderful fiery heart, which is transformation, which says, "Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things." Yeah. So you definitely have this transformative new love that is unlike anything that you've had before. And it is close with those 2 cards coming in here with that Ace of Wands is fire, 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 action, action. And the Fool card is about new things. So I like it for you. I feel like it's so close, like July. I would be surprised if by the end of July you are not aware of who this is. So I like it. It's just like so close. All right, let me just double check that real quick here. Okay. All right, and that's what they have for you, Dana. Absolutely, my pleasure, and thank you for your donation. All right. And Lovey, lovely, lovely. Hello, hello. And so, change question. All right. So, you wanted to find out here an energy reading on SS for the time frame to settle the case. All right. Let's take a look here and see. Energy reading on the SS. It's like a military craft. All right. I feel like we got that before on them here, but let's take a look here. So we've got the sevens here, the two sevens, and then also the eight of the strength card here. So the energy comes in here. I mean, there's like this choice. Oh well, here's the choices coming in. So this is the chariot is the power of choice card, and there's this energy of deceit, and there's this energy of choosing the higher road. And I feel like this is where they're in the middle of, right? They're just like, okay, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? And this is the energy that, um, that is showing itself. And I'm gonna pull some more cards here because this is it's like they're the King of Wands represents like our higher self, and I see this as an angel and the devil because this is what they're showing. They have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. What are they going to choose? What are they going to choose? And I know this is a sensitive situation with the case for you here, but it's just this picture that they're showing here. Okay, and then I like that they have the Wheel of Fortune. So they want to show you that there's like, they've got this on either side, but don't worry. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which even your human side feels that it is fortunate on what unfolds here. It's the tune of for you, the fortune. So you can trust that, the energy that's coming here is going to be, where you feel it's favorable for you. But I feel like they wanted to tell you that there's with this power of choice, it's everywhere, right? Everyone has the dark horse and the light horse, the devil and the fear and the unconditional love on there. And what's important for you is that you get to choose what story, what emotion, what energy you want to invest. That other people's energies that you can't really influence that. All you can do is choose for yourself. And that's the empowering thing that comes in here is realizing that no matter what, every single person, every human has this fear choice or this higher. And you definitely know which one someone's choosing because when they go into fear, they do stupid things, uncompassionate, unloving things. Or when they're connected to the higher road, the higher love, you see how things unfold. But you are the only one that can choose that for you, and that your energy is what controls your world. Which I feel like this is a I want to say like a validation. I don't know if that's the best word, but it's like a validation of your choice of the choices you're making, that you are choosing um, unconditional love. You're choosing joy and laughter, and you're choosing the higher things, and that's why things unfold in your favor there. By this summer complete. Let's take a look here, real quick here, and just see. So by this summer, yeah, you've got the joy and celebration card here. So definitely, it's joy and celebration. That would be a yes by the end of summer. Yeah. Please don't judge me. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Don't tell me what to do. I don't judge people. I understand why people want to ask questions. You're so funny. All right, but yeah, I love that. Sneaky. Yeah, that 7 of swords comes true. Yeah, I like it. All righty. So thank you so much for your donation, Lovey, and congratulations. I like that coming in there for you. All right. All right. And it came through already, Love 1234. So we are on a roll. All right. And thank you for your additional donation. I'm just going to take a sip of coffee here. All right. Hey again. So number one. Oh, anything more? Okay, sure. Yeah. At least for today, not today. So let's see what were his other thoughts here. All right. So we got two, two, and one. So we've got the um, chariot here, power of choice card, victory and movement. And we've got the King of Cups, balanced heart and mind. Um, I feel like they're very busy, right? And I feel like they're um, their mind is activated, their heart is activated, there's movement, there's victory, there's joy, you know, that comes here. I just feel like um I feel like there's the busyness of it all. It's funny. Um that there's this I'm trying to think of a way to say this on YouTube. Um but it's like, um you're getting like you're on your phone, let's say, and you're talking to let's say you're talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, right? And this is for everyone. But then, you know, it's like your parents are right there too. It's like you want to really be engaged in the conversation and chatting and really pouring yourself out. But there's a room full of people and you're just like it's like you're at dinner and you're trying to text and everything, and everyone's like looking at you every time you text, and you're like, "Oh, sorry," and they're like under the table. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on here too, is that they're so busy and there's so much stuff going around that it's kind of muting the experience temporarily, if that makes sense. But I like it here. We've got the Sun card. This is victory and everything coming out, and you know, definitely this wonderful where they're focusing their energy here. I feel like their energies are split right now, but joyful, joyful, joyful. So I feel like they're just, bringing that in here. But they are definitely leaving emotions and stuff behind to move into emotional wish fulfillment. So it's like they're heading off to the emotional wish fulfillment. Um, so that's a positive card to get there because they're leaving behind emotions and people that don't serve their happiness, and they're headed off to something that's fulfilling, which of course is a positive movement there. And then you also asked number two there. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I love the energies that we get through all this here, because we get this the eights are a flowing wonderful card, because I feel like the interactions really help them. These are them realizing and moving away from thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to make them feel blinded and bound and trapped. And especially with these two eights, it's like just your interactions allow them to really move and leave things behind that don't serve them anymore, and they're realizing the things that don't serve them anymore because of their interactions with you. And I think that's pretty powerful. Yeah. And so their energy here is showing this wonderful Knight of Wands, fast, fast moving, passion, energy. I think that came out before, but definitely pursuit of their power and their passion. And so I feel like interactions to it's allowing them to be themselves, allowing them to have new experiences that they normally wouldn't have, if that makes sense. And they feel at home. I like this. So this energy, it just feels solid. The four of Pentacles can be like four huge legs on a table. It's a very solid foundation, but I sometimes will get it too, where it feels like four walls. it feels like home, right? Four walls in the outside world represents home. So I like it. It just feels they feel comfortable um being themselves. I feel like um you know, the more you interact with them and the more you share yourself and the vulnerability and they're like, "Oh good, I can say that too," or "Oh wow, I can share that too." Um or I never thought anyone would enjoy the things that I enjoy, different things like that. Um, so that's what's coming in. Yes, very beautiful. I like it. All right. So that is what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation and never worry about judgment from me, please. Trust me. Trust me. I don't judge anyone. All right. So um let's take a look here. Now I'm 2.5 hours in, so I'm probably only going to be on for about 30 more minutes if I last that long. So I'm going to start with the free readings, go into my lightning round, and appreciate you guys your patience and getting to the free readings. I know I've had a lot of donations, which is great because that means bruddaZEN can eat, and I will be here more often. All right, so Beauty Queen, you were up next, and you wanted an energy reading between you and Pisces. So I feel like this Pisces is in this little hermit world right now where they're just kind of focusing in on like their world. I just there's like this not pulling back necessarily as distraction of their worth in relationship to the outside world. I feel like there's been some shaking and rattling in their outside world that has caused them to just kind of pull back into themselves to try to get things settled, if that makes sense. And so there's this settling type of energy that's coming in here with them. And I don't feel like the energy between you and them, I feel like they just kind of, um, they're showing me when you're driving and you have the radio playing and then you start to look for an address and you have to turn the radio down so you can see. That's what's coming in here. They're like they had to turn everything down so they could get their bearings and then they'll reconnect, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel is coming in, Beauty Queen. So many blessings to you. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. No, Julia, I haven't done yours yet. Oh yeah, I don't feel like well, yours is probably oh yeah, yours is way, way, way down yet. All right, Daisy, you're up next. So, any blessings you need to look out for in the next few weeks? Oh, school, you're out until August. That's awesome. Well, this is a blessing here. The Eight of Cups is about you walking away from some emotions. And I feel like possibly friendships and or acquaintances, individuals, humans who no longer um, serve their purpose in your life. I feel like there's some that you invest energy in that they don't reciprocate. They don't, it's almost like pouring your light into a black hole. And it's a blessing that you're realizing the individuals that you just are okay with not investing in anymore. And if they are to be still in your life, they will reciprocate. Otherwise, they'll just drift away. And 6 months from now, they're like, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in a long time," and you're like, "Yeah, it's been has it been 6 months?" And you're like, "Yeah." And you're just not investing in those anymore. And it's a blessing because all that energy comes back to you so that you use it for yourself and for relationships that are thriving. It's like watering a dead plant that's not coming back. It's like use that water for something else. So that's what I feel is a blessing coming in here in the next few weeks is you're really realizing some that you can let go. And that's great. All right. So, Cynthia Brito, hello, hello. Will Eric want to make things work out in a relationship? Yeah, we've got the Four of Pentacles here. And I was just talking about this card feeling like home. And so it's a solid foundation in the outside world, and I feel like they do want to build an outside world with you. I do feel like they will. I feel like they're getting their caca poo poo together. I just feel like there's some stuff that they have to sort out. They just I kind of feel like they're torn in so many different directions that they are slowly simplifying their life so that they can focus in on those things. I feel like they're preparing for birth date, kind of thing. Uh, yeah. So that's what's coming in right now, Cynthia. But I like that. It's a solid number there. All right. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here, and we are to Rhonda. Can you get what's coming up for you this week that you need to be aware of? Oh yeah, here you are, Queen of Wands. Strutting your stuff. This is you really focusing your energy and being aware of where you're focusing your energy and aware of your connection to spirit too. You got the little black kitty in here because the queen, of course, all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is the emotional connection, the connection to spirit world, and you're able to really focus your energy. So I feel like there's an opportunity this week, just awareness around one, trusting your gut instinct and your spidey sense, right? Trust your gut. Um, don't let your mind overrule your heart and your gut. Just go, no, I'm not going to do that. Or, whatever it may be, just trust that beep, 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 that beeps inside you, right? Number two is just be aware of what energy you're focusing on each moment. And, if you don't have reminders of coming back to gratitude, I really encourage you to set an alarm on your phone, like a silent vibrating one, something that gets your attention, or something in your car or on your desk or somewhere where it's just reminding you to bring your energy back to gratitude, because the more you're grateful for, the more that the universe brings in even more things to be grateful for, because they see you enjoy that. Um, so I like that for you, Rhonda, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, Happy Pill. What's the current energy of your future life partner? Which career are they pursuing? Wow, they are pursuing management. They want to rule the world. Well, this is the Emperor card, Aries energy, but it is this Emperor. It's kind of like it could be entrepreneur slash managerial. So they like managing, they like helping organize, and they enjoy leading others and managing others, not so much like they enjoy managing people, like putting them on performance management and warnings and things like that. They enjoy helping people grow their skills and evolve and have their dreams come true, like career plans and stuff. So they really like this, wanting to coach and manage people, and be in that type of position. And then someday I feel like they do have these dreams of being their own boss. So I like it. And that's what's coming through, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. All right, magician, you'd like an ancestral message from the oracle, from an oracle deck. All right, let's take a look here. From which will they want you to do here? I think like the path of the soul is where they're being drawn to, because these, of course, are fractal imaging. This is the spiritual ink blot test card. So whatever you see in here, magician, is a special message for you. And then I will also read the author's interpretation. Oh, wow. That's funny. Magician, you get the card number one, which is the magician card in the major arcana. So let's see here. Let me try to zero in a little bit here. And so you can see if there's anything that stands out to you there. I don't know. I don't know. Does that look like the Grinch to you guys? The Grinch that stole Christmas. That must be a message for me. Am I getting ornery? Maybe because I'm getting hungry. I'm just kidding. So this is all about creation. You are a creator. And when this card appears, it signifies a strengthening in your energetic field to bring those things which you require into physical manifestation. Imagine that magician manifestation. Creation is happening quickly from thought into form. So be conscious of what thoughts you're having. The time between the thought and its appearance in the physical will be quick. Now is the time to get clear about what you desire in your life. The universal energies are working with you to bring your desires to fruition. So it's kind of like a warning system saying, be aware your manifestation abilities are at a super, super high where manifestation happens. So if you focus on negative thoughts, you're going to get stuff drawn in fast. But if you focus on your positive and all those higher vibrations, those things come in quick too. So I like that for you, magician. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And Lynx Lee, you are up next. So the rest of the June month for you. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Yeah, this beautiful transformation from feelings of lack and being left out in the cold and abandonment into this trusting relationship with creator and with spirit, that they're the ones that bring you your sustenance that you need in each moment. And it's not mankind. When you trust in mankind, yeah, we can be scared of that because, when the human goes into fight or flight mode, we go into survival mode. We will pull the rug out from underneath you and pull back support. Whereas creator, they have no fear. They have unconditional love, eternal love, and they will always bring in that. Now they will bring in things through humans, as like a delivery company, but it comes from source, and you're building this trust that they will bring you what you need in each moment. So I love this transformation that's coming up for you there. So there you go, Linksley. That is what they have for you. All right. Many blessings to you. And we got Golden, who is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Wow, you got this journey energy here. So it's someone that is wanting adventures, but not with not a whole lot of expectations and things to go, along with that. Let me see. I think the full card, I thought it was Aquarian energy, but let me just double check here. Yeah, the full card here, the energy of this is Uranus, which is air elements. Of course, Aquarius is ruled by the Uranus. It's sudden change and that type of thing. So there is this wonderful, wonderful journey, this air element that comes in here. So it could be an air sign of who's coming towards you, maybe even Aquarius, but it's someone that has just more wants adventure without a whole lot of expectations, a whole lot of restrictions, and they just want to have a wonderful journey with you. So that's what's coming in there. So many blessings to you. And then, LA, hello, hello. So if you and your estranged sister decided to start talking and form a relationship again, how would that go? What would that look like? She is a Leo. All right. Well, we got the Hermit card, which is more, I don't feel like there would be a whole lot of interaction. I feel like it would be, you know, it's enlightening. It takes you down a path. I just would do it without any expectations. It just feels like it wouldn't be, you know, like this. It would just be more intermittent, but not like everyday type of thing. With that Hermit card coming in here, I feel like they're saying that it would help transform and help you on your path, because I feel like there would be things that would heal, things that you would transform. Um, but that I don't feel like you'd be buddy buddy, but it would help you on your path, is what I feel. So that's what's coming through, LA. So many blessings to you. Hey. All right. So new love. Um, you're still thinking about H. Is he thinking about you, or has he forgotten you? All right. Let's take a look here. No, this the 6 here, the 6 of wands, it's 3, 3 wands on either side. The energy is about the same here. They think about you. They haven't forgotten you, but I also feel like um, it's like moving on. Sorry if you heard my stomach growl. That was loud. Um, but there's like this movement. There's this, the energy of the 6 of wands is being seen and being out there, and they think about you. And but I don't feel like the 6 of wands. I don't know if we talked about them before. It just feels very fiery, kind of like we talked a little earlier about a grass fire. How they more move forward. They don't really go backwards or look backwards. They move more forward. So that's what I feel is coming in there with that there. All right. So that is what they have for you, new love, right now. So many blessings to you. And boss man, you said, "Whoops, come on. There we go. Can you get a reading, please, with the girl you love? Oh, will the girl you love ever truly love you back? All right, let's take a look here. We've got the world card here, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of new ones. And I feel like with this, they're like, you know what? It's best to go into a new journey, a new path. I feel like they are in their own world here. We had the insomnia and nightmare card come in here with a lot of fears, and I just feel like they're saying to leave these behind, and it's okay to move forward because there's something more in alignment. It's like a whole new world awaits you. It's just about letting those fears and letting that go. The hermit's journey, looking at those fears you have around it, and it's okay. It's okay to let it go because there's something more in alignment for you in the future. And if you look at the fears that you have around it, it really just opens up to go, okay, I see what can come forward, right? So I do feel like there's this reboot, this whole new adventure that awaits you there as well. So um, many blessings for you on there. All right. Well, I don't know what happened. It doesn't look like one came through yet here. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give it a sec here. Um, and if you don't mind, I'm just gonna pull a quick card here for Divine Feminine Chronicles, just because it's a good point where where I'll see where I left off. I am doing well in Divine Feminine Chronicles, and you'd like a general. All right. Well, you do have this wonderful tower coming in here, and I know it seems scary sometimes, but it is actually a great card because it tells us that things are going to be removed out of our life, and it always happens for us to make space for something new to come in here. It doesn't happen to us, it's for us, right? And so it allows things to move forward, allows you to move it removes blocks like this is standing in between you and moving forward. It removes it so that you can move into this destination. Um, you know, um, that is more in alignment with your higher self and your higher heart. So they're just saying, if something gets removed out or someone that it is for you, and just remember that it's for me, it's for me, it's for me, and you'll eventually. I feel like it's not even eventually, like you're going to see it really quick why it happened and how it is unfolding for you. So that is what they have for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. All right. And let's see here. We were down to right here. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it coming through. So we pressed our luck. Yeah, we wore them out. So let me pull up here PayPal because I did not get an email for the last one. All right. Okay, there it is. It's loading up here. All right, there we go. Could have been buffering because I was pulling up PayPal. All right. So I'll switch cards here to the Tarot of Dreams. So for your first question there, okay, very good. That's probably what it was. It was probably loading it up, loading it up. All right, and then number two. All right. So for your first question there, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Um I love the Two of Coins, very balanced approach, but Palace of Wands, a place, creating a place of desire and passion. Uh, so, um, definitely, I like this here. So this would be, and I'm not sure I think the word you typed in there, I'm not sure. Um, what you were looking for, but I feel like this is answers your question. Hot. So, oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, this is hotness and passion, you know, yeah, and balanced. So, in proportion, So I like that. And then your second one here your second question. All right. Yeah, it looks very good here. So we got this movement of thought, belief, and mindset. So old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, smooth movement, choppy waters to calmer waters. So I like that. It's like your mind is more at ease where you're going here. It's you leave behind old ways of thinking into new ways of thinking there. And then we have the Four of Coins, so very solid foundation. That's there. Fours is a very solid foundation. And we have this. Sometimes it's like it almost feels like home, which is good. I like it. It just feels you feel very um, safe there, confident there. I like it. You just feel like you're at home. And it's good. You had the Eight of Wands too, a lot of fast-moving energy. It's a very fast-moving, environment, so I like that for you because you get bored easy, and this is good. This keeps you going, going, going. Very positive energy with Sagittarius energy here too, so it just feels very, an energetic atmosphere in a positive, energetic way. Here's Ace of Wands too, so I feel like it ignites passion, it ignites you, it allows you to really move forward, here too. So I really like that because it's really somewhere where you are able to express your energy and um, movement. Right? Any other King of Coins, King of Pentacles, abundance, overflowing, success. Very very great card to get. Right? So it is very very abundant. It just feels like everything that you've looked for. It's somewhere where you can express your mind and your ideas. You feel like it's at home. Everyone has like this very go get 'em attitude and they want action, action, action. They don't want slow moving stuff. It's like sometimes you can work for a company where it takes months to implement a new idea, where this one I feels like they can really implement things fast, especially if it's helpful. They really focus on doing that. But beneficial, I feel like, you know, definitely financially stable. and all that too. So I just feel like it's everything that you're looking for there. And that's why it's like, see ya. So I like it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So that is what they have for you, Renee. So very, very good. And thank you again for your donation. And sorry that we broke PayPal. So let me just put that down there. All right. Yes. And good money. That's right. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And let's see where we're at here. So I just hit 3 hours. Let me see where we're at here. So, Anurada Singh, you want to know, is your ex, do they want to come back and can you give them a second chance? All right, let's take a look here and see if it's, um, I'm pulling one card. So we'll just see here if it's for your highest experience and all of that. Well, there is the possibility here of the Two of Cups, coming back together. Um, and you can give them a second chance. Um, is it for your highest experience to give them a second chance? Now I'm getting nosy. Yeah, there can be a new passion. So there can be a reigniting there. So it is a possibility, and I feel like they're saying here with Ace of Wands, it's with the Page of Wands holds this Ace of Wands here. It's up to you. It's within your power to allow them to have a second chance. There's no wrong choice. It'll just bring you different things. Um, so yeah, yeah, okay. And you got the Lovers card, and you got the Celebration card too. So I feel like it is a possibility, and if you do so, I feel like it'll bring you happiness for at least a while. We had to be a more deeper reading to find out would it be and how it would be and etc. But for this one, that's what we have right now. All righty. So I think we took care of those, and yeah, I have several more to go. Um, Surely, and I'm not sure how. Oh yeah, you were still like 3 or 4 or 5 more away. But I am going to need to close down this session for this time because I will be back in 5 hours. But I've been on for 3 hours and my stomach is growling and my energy's starting to wane, so I do need to go eat. Um, so sorry I didn't get to yours this time. Um, but I shall return, like I said, in 5 hours, and I'll put out the new posting here in about 4 hours. So you guys can get in line if you so choose to. And don't forget, we have just one day left to enter the drawing for the free um, um, personal recorded readings. I'll be giving away 2 tomorrow. So here is the link for that. Also, if you haven't checked out your June reading, you can take a look at that. And if there's a specific area you're looking for, like if I didn't get to your reading and you're wanting to know about love, you can check out your Venus sign for your monthly reading and see what June is bringing you. If you're wanting to know about job, you can check out your Saturn, which is your work, So if you check the beginning of the video, it does list the planet and what area of your life the planet rolls over. And if you don't know your natal chart, you can go like astro.com and there you can get a free birth chart there right away to find out what sign each of your planets are. So you can also dig into those things. Also, of course, I put out at least one pick a card reading each week. And this week's was who is thinking about you right now and what are they thinking about you? Plus, I have a ton of other pick a cards. So if you also want to get an answer right away, you can follow your heart and check out some pick a card readings, and Spirit can speak to you through those as well. So I like it. I like it. I like it. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you again so much for all of your love and support and all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you so much for being part of the love tsunami. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And until then, much love to you. You in there and you take care. We'll see you soon.